Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is July 22nd, 2025, and workers at the Spotify Camp Nou have leaked images of the current state of the stadium. Also, images leaked of Marcus Rashford's upcoming presentation or preparations for the upcoming presentation. And finally, what's going on with Pau Victor? We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo. We'll begin this video with the news that today FC Barcelona's board of directors met one last time before they go in on a short summer vacation, and it's reported that during this meeting the board of directors discussed two things. The first thing was, of course, Rafa Yuste, because as I told you before, the Barcelona sporting vice president will be leaving Barcelona in order to join the Saudi club Al Nassr, which is where Pinaldo currently plays, after Al Nassr made him an offer that he could not refuse, a multi-million-dollar offer, so he can become their new CEO. And it's expected that Joan Soler will be taking his position as the new sporting director, or as the new sporting vice president. And this, of course, will be a blow to Joan Laporta, because Rafa Yuste is, after all, a very close friend of Joan Laporta. They've been friends since they were in their childhood. They're business partners. They were together during the first presidency of Laporta, and they're together now again. So it's definitely a big blow for Laporta, but nonetheless, it's reported that Laporta completely understands, because, of course, this is an offer that Rafa Yuste simply cannot say no to. Now, the other thing that was discussed during this meeting was, of course, the Camp Nou, the return to the Camp Nou, because, as you know, the club announced the return to the Camp Nou on August 10th for the Joan Gamper Trophy match. A few days later, they said, never mind, we're not going to be able to go back because the stadium is not ready. So now the goal is that weekend of September 14th, September 15th, for that fourth fixture of La Liga season against Valencia, which will be officially the first home match for Barcelona during this upcoming season, with the first three matches being away per Barcelona's request. This is something that Barcelona requested of La Liga, and La Liga approved it in order to give Barcelona more time to prepare the stadium. And while it's reported that during this meeting, the board of directors decided that no more dates. They will no longer announce dates for the return of the Camp Nou, because it seems that after a million errors, they finally learned their lesson, which is to not make promises that they know that they cannot keep. Because let's not forget, this board of directors told us we were going to go back in November of last year, then December, then February, then April, then May, then August. Now it's September. Well, finally the board has learned, oh, hey, maybe we shouldn't be toying with the fans and keep giving them dates when we know that's not a certain thing. And finally you learned the lesson, because look, at the end of the day, all we want is to eventually be back at our stadium. And we know it's a major project. This is not just slapping a new coat of paint on the stadium. I mean, they completely demolished the third ring, the entire structure around the first two rings. They've had to rebuild all of that. I mean, it's a complete renovation of the stadium. And we know this is going to take a very long time. This is a massive project. We know this is not going to be done in a few months. And we're okay waiting for as long as we have to wait, because we know we're building what's going to be one of the best stadiums in the world. But what we're not happy about is the consistent lying. Stop lying to us. Just tell us the stadium will be ready eventually. Whenever it's going to be ready, it's going to be ready. And we're fine with that. But stop lying to us. Now, speaking of all the lies that this board of directors has been doing, this is the image that the board of directors, or the Barcelona officially, have constantly been showing us on social media. The stadium, look, most of the seats are built, the pitch is done. I mean, this stadium looks like, hey, it's ready to host 60,000 people. I mean, sure, the third ring is still being built, but as far as the first two rings, I mean, it looks totally fine, right? It looks like it can host people. Well, today, the employees of Limac, which is the construction company that's in charge of the project, leaked some footage on social media of the actual state of the stadium, what the club doesn't want us to see. And well, let's look at the footage. Now, here is the exterior of the stadium. I mean, as you can see, there's like trucks, dirt, cranes, cables sticking out of the ground. This is actually by where the players sit. I mean, look at the tunnel. The walls are not done. There's cables hanging from the wall. There's exposed studs, exposed electric work. I mean, the ceiling is not done at all. It's completely exposed. The AC, you could tell that the AC, the ventilation system, is not even done. You can see all those ducts just hanging there. I mean, there's no flooring. There's absolutely nothing. And I mean, you're telling me the board of directors went to the stadium, saw all of this, and said, hey, we should be back by August 10th in a couple of weeks. I'm sure they're going to finish all of this. I mean, look, there's construction everywhere. Nothing is fully completed. Not the floors, not the walls, not the ceiling, not the electrical work, not the ventilation, not the AC. They haven't even painted. And you're telling me they saw this and they were like, oh yeah, sure, in 2 weeks we're gonna be back. That makes sense. Let's make an official announcement. I mean, honestly, watching these images, I don't even know if the stadium is going to be ready for September. I mean, it looks like we're gonna have to stay or go back to the Olympic Stadium for another half a season, because let's not forget, if we do start the season at the playing the Champions League at the Olympic Stadium, we have to stay with that stadium until the group stages are over, and that would mean the end of January. So I don't even know if this stadium is going to be ready by September, because look at all that work. And yes, even though the club does have technically licenses to work, 24/7, I mean, that's just way too much work. In what world did Laporta and his board look at this and think, oh yeah, we'll be done by August 10th and we can fit 60,000 people? But you can't even fit a single person through there. I mean, this is a full-blown construction site. This stadium is not ready to host not even 5 people, let alone 60,000 people. So like I said before, look, we understand this is a major project. It's gonna take years. We're okay with that. We know we're building one of the best stadiums in the world. Just don't lie to us, please. But anyways, speaking of the Joan Gamper Trophy matches, we did mention it today. The club officially announced what I've been telling you for weeks and weeks, which is that Cesc Fabregas says Como will be the official opponent for Barcelona's Joan Gamper Trophy match, which is of course the final friendly match of the preseason, right before Barcelona begin the official La Liga season. And this will be actually the 9th Italian team that Barcelona will face off in the Joan Gamper match, which is the 60th edition, by the way, of the Joan Gamper match, where, of course, usually the team is, or by tradition, the team is officially presented. So Barcelona or Hansi Flick's team will be officially presented during the 60th edition of the Joan Gamper Trophy. And, alongside Como, also other clubs like Juventus, Inter Milan, Doria, Roma, Napoli, Parma, Brescia, have all been clubs who have played against Barcelona in the Joan Gamper Trophy. The most memorable one for me was, of course, I think it was 2010 when Barcelona faced against AC Milan. They had just signed Ronaldinho, and then Barcelona won, but then Puyol brings Ronaldinho over. They take the picture together. Puyol gives him the trophy. I think that was a really cool moment for a Joan Gamper Trophy match against an Italian team. So we will see the Cesc Fabregas and Sergi Roberto against Barcelona on August 10th. Of course, Cesc Fabregas as the coach of Como, Sergi Roberto as a member of the team. And of course, this match will be played at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, since the Spotify Camp Nou will not be ready. Now, speaking of leaks, today an image was leaked by a TikToker, I think, or a YouTuber. I think his name is Bizka Barca Lover or something like that, who climbed this high wall or a tower or something that you're not really supposed to, because it's very dangerous. But he climbed in, he got a full view of the Ciudad Esportiva, and look what he was able to capture. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Marcus Rashford in a Barcelona kit, of course, with photographers. And as you can see, there's what it looks like an English phone booth. So it looks like this is the official photo shoot for Marcus Rashford presentation, which took place today. And of course, you might ask, Mo, when is Barcelona going to officially unveil Marcus Rashford? And well, the answer to that is tomorrow. Tomorrow, Wednesday, July the 23rd, Barcelona will unveil Marcus Rashford at around 6 p.m. Local time. That's when Marcus Rashford will do the whole signing, where he goes to Joan Laporta's office, he signs the contract, takes the pictures with members of the board, then probably goes to the Barca store, poses with the Barcelona kit. So tomorrow will be the official presentation of Marcus Rashford. But nonetheless, it's reported that Marcus Rashford was at the Ciudad Esportiva today, where he met his teammates. I told you that yesterday, Monday, he met Hansi Flick and Deco. He didn't meet the team because the team was off. They had a day off. But today, Tuesday, the team was training. So Marcus Rashford showed up at Ciudad Esportiva. He met his new teammates. He did train, but he didn't train with the first team. He trained on his own in the gym, because he is, after all, still finalizing his recovery from an injury that he suffered while with Aston Villa. So tomorrow, official unveiling of Marcus Rashford, and of course, I will be here to report all about it. Now, we will end today's video with the news regarding Pau Victor, because it looks like Valencia are now interested in signing Pau Victor. They have reached out to Barcelona and offered to take the player on a one-season loan. However, Barcelona have said no. Barcelona said, hey, if you want to take him, you can take him for 5 million euros in exchange for 50% of his rights, because after all, Barcelona want to maintain control over the future of Pau Victor in case, he does end up reaching his full potential and Barcelona can bring him back. That's always an option. So Barcelona rejecting a loan. However, did counter offering with a 5 million for 50% of his rights. Barcelona would keep 50. Valencia would get 50. They would take the player. They would have to pay 5. Or if they want the full 100% of the rights of the player, they can always offer 10 million euros. But given Valencia's financial situation, I just don't see that happening. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. We'll be uploading another video shortly, so stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and as always, be scarce.